Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. Foreigners Nnamdi Kanu's wife have been silent over Biafra actualization, politics in Nigeria, and the fact that her husband is in DSS detention. But right now, she has decided to open up on some certain issues, tracing history back to the present situation the Igbos find themselves, and also very quickly in another news, the Apex groups in Southeast have decided to give a stern warning, in fact, ban over this quite a very serious issue in Southeast right now, and they're already sending very strong warnings to that effect. Well, before we go into the news proper, to ram all these juicy news into one, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Okay, quickly, let's go straight into the news of the day. Well, Uchechi Kanu, the wife of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, that's Nnamdi Kanu, has given insight into why the late warlord Odimegwu Ojukwu failed to rule Nigeria. She said Ojukwu failed because Nigerians never wanted an Igbo person to rule the country. Ojukwu led the Biafran army that failed in the attempt to secede the southeast from Nigeria in 1967. Despite his failed attempt at seceding from the country, Ojukwu later contested for presidency but also failed. In an interview with BBC Igbo, Uchechi said the people of Southeast deserved more from the country. In another news, very quickly, Greg Obioha, a Southeasterner and political analyst, has frowned at the declaration of the national leader of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to run for seat of the president. It was reported that the political analyst insisted that any Igbo man who supports Tinubu deserves to be banished. He warned that it is sacrilegious for any Igbo man to support the APC national leader, and also insisted that it amounts to a huge insult and slight on the collective sensibilities of people of the Igbo race. He said, and I quote him, "To promote Asiwaju, for what? Whoever does it, no matter his inalienable right to associate or support whoever he wishes, is not a true Igbo person. Why should we talk of Tinubu in Igbo land?" he asked. Obasanjo displaced the foremost leader, Alex Ekwueme, and opened the post-military democratic rule of the present era between 1999 and 2007. A Yoruba man became the Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives immediately after Obasanjo. Dimeji Bankole. In 2015, the northern part of the country, through Buhari, and naturally, the vice president should come from the south. What happened? Same southwest, led by this very Tinubu, insisted it must be ceded to them. And it happened. Professor Yemi Osibajo was made the vice president, and by 2023, he would have spent 8 years there. Again, shortly after 2019 general election, while a Yoruba man in person of Osibajo was the vice president, same Yorubas of the southwest, led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, insisted that the Speaker of House of Representatives be ceded to their region, and that was how Gbajabiamila emerged. At the Senate, the deputy Senate president slot. At the Senate, the deputy Senate president's slot for the South was grabbed by Senator Omo Agege from Delta State. When Obasanjo ceded power to the North on completion of his tenure, he ceded the vice president's slot meant for the South to the South state of Bayelsa, through Jonathan, who later became the president of Nigeria for 6 years. That implies that every slot that had been ceded to the South since 1999 return of Southwest or even Southeast. Obioha submitted it is criminal, outrageous, repugnant for Tinubu to think of taking the president's slot of 2023 that has been ceded to the southern part of the country. Any Igbo man that supports such criminality deserves to be banished. This is coming from an Igbo man who is getting very vexed. And if there's any person who has been very supportive of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in fact, is this strong advocate, one of the very strong Igbo men who I know have not shut his mouth. In fact, he's been campaigning very strongly. It's none other than Joe Ibokwe. And now, this political analyst here, who has become popular over time, have now stated that Ben has now said, oh no, telling that they should banish it. But don't forget, in this country called Nigeria, we have constitutional rights. And one of his rights is that freedom of association. He has every right to support whoever he likes. He has his reasons for supporting him. And that's why politics are not won. They're not won or played on the internet. When it is time to do your game plan, by all means, carry your PVC, your permanent voter's card, and use it. That's the power we have. But some persons will say it's not possible, it's not feasible, it's not realistic, because whether we like it or yes, rigging is a second nature to Nigerian election. But then, much as you say rigging is possible, if the collective will of the people takes place, where we are not moved by the crested umbrella from any party, where we are not moved by the Ankara, the marks of any party, where we are not moved by 10,000 naira and with a bottle of canned malt, or where we are not moved by 2,000, in some cases they have 1,500. You know, they finish giving you the money, tell them thank you, it's your collective money, and you vote for your right, you vote for your conscience, knowing fully well that you don't sell out your vote. They pay, you collect, but you vote who the right person. Then, by all means, we would have corrected an anomaly that has befallen us for years. But looking at what Onoha is saying, let's be objective. One would have expected that, we're being objective here, one would have expected that the last tenor, the president is from the north, the vice president is from the southwest, the senate president from the north, the House of Rep from the southwest. It clearly showed as if, and the deputy Senate, the House of Rep, the Senate President was Omogige from Bayelsa, from the south. There's nothing that smells like an southeast person in this whole scenario. Every tenor, they keep pushing them far into, even the time of Jonathan, you could remember David Mark, who is a middle belter. He held the position for a long while. There's always, there's this feeling of inclusiveness from others, but it's not being felt in that every tenor, the Southeasterners are being pushed away more and more. And now when they cry for marginalization, you should understand why they cry for what they cry for. If you look at history doesn't lie. If you want to inculcate and bring them into this scheme of politicking, by all means, give a slot to them, look for the best hand, and let them, battle it out, and let's see how it goes, so that cry of marginalization will at least cease. Let's go and wrap it up. Let's listen to the comment section.